A little bit of both.
Say no to self-cessed.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Real Screen Team. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with fellow partner in crime, Christopher Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
And we're back with the fellow Marvel expert, Nyk Morris.
Hi.
And we're continuing Marvel Multiverse with Loki.
Lord have mercy, this show. It was fun, but also everything that it essentially...
It was Loki's jam.
Well, it also set up so much of what's
definitely
going on forward for the whole MCU.
Yep. So I want to get to the overview.
Okay. Loki is a television series created by Michael Waldron for the streaming service Disney Plus, based on the Marvel Comics featuring the character of the same name. It is the third television series in the Marvel Cinematic Universe produced by Marvel Studios and sharing continuity with the films of the franchise. Michael Waldron served as the head writer, and Kate Herron directed the first season. The show stars Tom Hiddleston as Loki, along with Gugu
Mbatha Raw.
Thank you. Wunmi
Masaki.
Thank you. Eugene Cordero, Tara Strong, Owen Wilson, Sophia DiMartino, Sasha Lane, Jack Veal,
Diodia Apparel.
Thank you again. Richard E. Grant and Jonathan Majors.
Want to get the synopsis?
Well, the premise.
The premise, yeah.
Okay. The premise of Loki is, after stealing the Tesseract during the events of Avengers Endgame, an alternate version of Loki is brought to the mysterious Time Variance Authority, also known as the TVA, a bureaucratic organization that exists outside of time and space and monitors the timeline, the sacred timeline. They give Loki a choice: face being erased from existence due to being a time variant, or help fix the timeline and stop a greater threat. Loki ends up trapped in his own crime thriller, traveling through time.
And Lord have mercy, what a thriller it was.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I really did. It was a roller coaster. It was such a trip of a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with coming up with the idea of variants.
Yeah,
of so many characters.
Exactly.
You know, opening the floodgates on what we're going to end up seeing
More
with
and more
so
of.
many characters moving forward in the MCU.
Definitely.
Yeah, and Tom Hiddleston does pretty well.
I mean,
Obviously,
Tom Hiddleston.
he's
Yeah.
bae.
It's redundant to even
Exactly.
say. I mean, this man has been a part of this whole franchise since what?
Avengers. No. Yeah, Avengers.
No, before that.
Before then.
No,
Thor.
Thor.
Since Thor.
So I'd say since year 2 or 3 of this whole franchise.
He's basically seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad he came back and that he's going to keep coming back as he promised.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing him.
I'm
never tired of him.
I mean, we already know how great he is. I mean...
Yeah, we get to see more of a inner turmoil and his emotional turmoil in the show.
He gets such range. I love it.
Yeah, we get to see him go through all the emotional damage all over again, but in a shorter time frame.
Yeah, he gets to watch all the Avengers movies to see how that happened.
He did.
Yeah.
And how he lost several times. That humbles a man.
While at the same time learning, oh, I could change. I could be
There's options for me.
better. Oh no, Thanos crushed my throat.
And there's more than just his glorious purpose that he supposed would be there for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got more to live up to than what he set for himself. And I love that.
But, I mean, just...
What about how, like, we spent a list of movies, 10 years of, like, the Infinity Saga, just for all these stones to be in dude's desk at the TVA. They didn't even matter. I love it.
That broke me. We went through how many damn movies
So many.
about the significance of these stones and the fact that if you bring them all together, that calls for absolute bedlam on whoever wields them. And now they're in a pocket universe where they're nothing more than paperweight.
Just chilling in Norm's desk. He's like, oh, you want one?
Yeah, we've got so many of these, we use them as paperweights.
Like, I love it. It really did set up what the multiverse is going to be. Like, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, y'all thought Thanos and the freaking Infinity Gauntlet was a big deal?
like, no.
You have no idea.
No.
And he ends up being the voice of reason at the end.
Yeah, which is crazy. This guy. This guy. The man who's literally the deity of manipulation and chaos.
The God of Mischief.
Yeah.
Is the voice of reason about potentially breaking time.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was such a journey.
True. But I guess, should we go into all the variants, or should we go more into everyone who's a part of the TVA?
Let's start with the TVA.
Yeah, the TVA.
Cool. Starting with Ravonna Renslayer, the head of the TVA, played by
Gugu Mbatha Raw.
She did a good job because I hated this woman.
Definitely. Yeah. I love Gugu Mbatha Raw. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
I followed her career since she was in Belle forever ago. I love her.
I remember from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Martha's sister.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. So even before Belle.
Good Lord.
I love her so much. She's amazing.
Thus continuing my whole idea that if you are a British actor, you must be in Doctor Who, the Harry Potter franchise, or Lord of the Rings. It's an obligation.
It really is.
Just like how every American actor must be in one version of Law and Order.
It has to show up at some point.
Yeah.
Or CSI. That these are rules. But yeah, she did a good job because I absolutely hated her.
Oh, she was the worst.
Yes. And yet she didn't even realize that she was nothing more than a pawn. Mm-hmm. And then when she realizes she's nothing more than a pawn, play the clip again.
Emotional damage.
So much emotional damage.
I knew as soon as she came on screen, I was like, she's about to be a problem. What'd she do? Be a problem.
Well, we'll have to find out next season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going. She escaped. She's loose.
Yeah, because she had to deal with emotional damage.
Exactly.
That she caused so much harm to people that did nothing wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
For the most part.
When she figured out she was a pawn, she continued playing the game. That's a big L, my sister.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing more you can do. Everything that you know is a lie.
Exactly. So why don't you go and Loki some stuff up? That's just how I see
dear
it.
God, I despised her when she actually tethered to Loki.
Oh yeah.
I freaked out. Like, oh my God, what are you doing?
I was like,
Did you all just kill Loki? Oh, where is he?
I was like,
There are other Lokis?
I knew
No,
it. I
I
knew
don't-
he couldn't be gone. I mean, it's Bay. It's his show. He couldn't be somewhere. I knew it. Like, I knew there was something else more than the stick was. I knew it was sending him somewhere else. So I was waiting for that. I was like, where are they going?
Yeah.
And speaking of people doing bidding, Hunter B15.
She was a problem until
She learned the
she
truth.
learned the
Yeah.
truth, and then she was a real one, and she was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not standing for this. We're gonna change this," and I love that.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
Yeah, One Me did a good job.
Yeah, I didn't like her the first 2 episodes, but after she started getting vision, she did redeem herself from that.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
I liked it when Loki did the loop for her in the first episode.
yeah, he's just like, I did. I love the fact that all the TVA workers were variants themselves who had caught, like, they'd screwed up the timeline themselves. I love that. That was a nice little.
They're nothing more than a walking contradiction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. That was nice. That was a nice little
Then the
twist.
other TVA ally from Loki.
Oh, the big one? The big one?
The ally, yeah. Owen Wilson.
Mobius M. Mobius.
Gotta give it
Yeah.
up for Mobius. He was a real one.
My Owen Wilson, a whole career redeemed. No more are you just a wow guy.
Although that meme was supposed to do when he got tethered.
I know.
Where they sold where they put multiple movie versions of Owen Wilson.
Yeah. All this man wanted was a jet ski.
Yeah.
He was probably a jet skier in a previous.
He was. He definitely was. That was his
Yeah.
thing.
But he so fantastic. I did not I knew Owen Wilson was a good actor because he's among the league of lovable slackers that we are all rooting for. Mm-hmm. But this man showed so much range.
He did. Definitely.
A whole career redeemed.
Mm-hmm.
A whole career redeemed. No more just wow. And you're funny. I'm rooting for you.
It was a lace front face piece. Pulled it all together.
Yep.
He was like, I gotta live up to this miraculous,
First he played
immaculate.
good cop at the beginning with the Loki, and then all of a sudden Loki finally gave the click that he was a pawn when he decided to ask him questions his life before TVA.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then it snapped, and then he's also the shipper of the 2 Lokis.
He is?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Which is what? Why are you promoting this, man? Stop
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
No.
I don't hate it.
Oh god, but truly fantastic. And I guess the mascot herself, or should we go into the receptionist? The man who told us that they are nothing more than paperweight.
Nah, let's skip Norm. Let's get to Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
She's everything.
The mascot herself,
I'm
Miss
so scared
Minutes,
of her.
voiced fantastically by Tara Strong.
She's gonna be such a problem. I'm so terrified of what Miss Minutes is about. I don't know. Like they're just gonna be like Miss Minutes, but she's gonna come out of nowhere and she's gonna be a problem.
Hey y'all!
I'm telling you, she's gonna be a
that,
problem.
That moment she popped up, oh
Yep,
no!
that's what I'm saying. She's terrified. She's going to do something further down the line. I don't know what it is, but she's going to be a problem.
But she is a program created by the TVA,
And she's going to be a problem.
At the same time, she
Is not. Who knows what she is?
She doesn't even know.
Exactly.
She's like, I'm kind of alive, but I'm not. And then Loki tried to crush her.
And she just hopped into a computer screen. So like, what is she? What did she do?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
gonna
My
be
favorite was the
something.
final
She's gonna
kill
be
where
a
she
problem.
popped up in the scary movie moment.
Yes, play that.
It was so scary.
Yeah, play that clip.
Dear God. Dear God.
Terrifying.
I freaked out.
Soul shaking. Soul shaking. I love it.
I was like, oh, so it's a horror movie now. Okay.
We got Sam Raimi for a second.
Oh, great. And now I have a fear boner for Hair Strong. Did anyone else?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
And then we get to the variants.
Oh my God, all the variants.
Starting with the Loki that they're finding it all, aka Sylvie.
Yes, played by Sophia DiMartino.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I love
And the
Sylvie.
fact that she's a combination of two completely different characters in Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm.
She's a combination of Lady Loki and the second version of Enchantress.
Mm-hmm.
And it works.
Yeah.
It really works.
I found Sylvie to be very compelling. I loved her.
Yeah, and in a weird way, I was rooting
I was rooting for her.
I actually, despite figuring out in the end,
I don't think she made the right decision, but I'm still rooting for her.
yeah.
She created Spider-Man, No Way
Venom.
Home, and Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange Multiverse, and What If. All three.
Well, her actions caused all that to happen.
Yeah.
And exactly, doesn't that make her the most Loki of all?
Very true.
Well,
Very
also-
true.
also making
she
that with
literally
herself.
caused nothing but absolute mischief.
Exactly.
And she also made out with herself before she did that.
I don't hate it.
We're going to talk more about this later. But really loved her character.
Yep.
I still want to know, what did she do? What was truly her Nexus event?
Probably being born.
Yeah, being born female, I think, is what they said it was.
Yeah. So TVA was
But
prejudiced.
she got to live to be at least like
7.
Yeah, well,
7, 8, yeah.
she got to live to be a child for quite a few number of years before they were like, okay,
Let's get her.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're going to the TVA.
Well, TVA probably wasn't paying attention until it was just then.
Yeah. Or maybe they're like, we're not going to snatch up a baby.
Well, no, until Miss Renslayer herself decided to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame Sylvie for holding a grudge against her.
Yeah.
Ramona, you know what you did.
Yep. Yep.
You know what you did.
She had great interactions with both Loki and Mobius, especially with Mobius.
I
and they're in
loved
the
her interaction
thing,
with Mobius.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Team.
He's got a soft spot for her. Like, that's his favorite. I love it. It's so cute.
But talking about variants, why don't we go into the variants both Loki and Sylvie met in the Void. Starting with Kid Loki, played by Jack Veal. The Loki that wasn't a punk. He did the thing no other Loki was either willing or had the guts to do. He killed Thor.
I think that Kid Loki is the Thor that Thor was talking about in Ragnarok that like popped out and was like, "Ah, it's me." I think that was the one that actually successfully killed Thor in that moment, and that's when he became the
So
variant.
the whole snake thing.
Yeah, I think that was
myself
Kid
as
Loki.
Snake. Ooh, a snake. Ah!
Ah, it's me. That's my favorite story. I think that was Kid Loki. I think he was one that did it.
And he was like, oh!
He was just playing and then he did it.
Huh. I actually... TVA.
I think that was
What
Kid
did you
Loki.
do? What did...
I think that was his Nexus moment.
You know what? Well, no, he said...
Yeah.
that was his
Well, no,
Nexus
but I
moment.
think that
He
was
killed
like,
Thor.
I think that was the story. I think that was how it happened.
It's like, what did you do? Okay, yep, we're taking you. You about to get tethered.
Yep.
Yeah.
And therefore, since he's in the void, he's essentially the kingpin of the void.
For real. I mean,
Even though he gets double crossed. a couple
Well,
of times
yeah,
from other Lokis.
Well, it's Loki. It's every Loki for themselves.
They don't trust themselves.
Including
It's
one by
him.
Tom Hiddleston, another one by Tom Hiddleston, who we never really get to know all that much, except that he loses him from Alligator Loki.
Yes. Yes. President Loki.
Yeah.
Which I actually like the fact that they brought that version
I
of
did
him
too.
from the comics into the show.
Yeah.
You know, the Loki that literally runs for president and he tells the truth to the people that I'm gonna lie. I am going to tell you all, I will not tell a lie, but I'm gonna lie a lot when I become president.
I hope we see more of him in season 2
I do
without his
too.
hand.
Hopefully.
Maybe have a hook for a hand, whatever.
Or maybe one of his spears.
Maybe.
Or scepter.
But everyone else that was also in the Loki crew, Boastful Loki, or Loki the Boastful. My God, did this man lie?
He was suave about it too.
Yes!
He was
to the point
smooth.
that you almost believed what he was saying, that he defeated Iron Man and Captain America and got the Infinity Gauntlet. But we all know he's lying.
And he also double crossed Kid Loki.
Which that made me
I didn't like that.
hurt me.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
He double crossed him with President Loki.
For what? You know,
Exactly, he
this is
lost
all going to
anyway.
lead to every Loki for themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly. What did you get out of it, bro?
You all aren't going to be chill bros like all the spider people.
No.
You know,
You're not gonna
y'all
go
just
around
gonna
naming 1, 2, and 3. No.
No. This is going to lead to what it ended up leading into, a freaking fight in your freaking fortress of solitude.
Yep.
And then we have Alligator Loki.
Well,
The goodest boy.
Yes, the goodest boy of all. Have no idea who voiced him or anything. All we know is that Alligator Loki is the best thing in this whole
He
show.
was.
He
He was
should
the
have. He
goodest.
should have his own spin-off. His own
Exactly.
his animated spin-off.
Just
Yeah.
go around just
Yeah,
tearing everything
just
up.
have Tom Hiddleston talk as him in the animated spin-off. As Alligator
Just-
Loki.
Or have an inner monologue
Yeah.
of what we would think he would be saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the goodest boy. You know, he's just chilling, being an alligator in his little pond, drinking grape juice. But if you cross him, he's gonna bite your hand off.
Yep.
And it makes me wonder, whose cat did he eat that he needed to be tethered? Whose cat did
cat?
he eat that was his Nexus event?
Who was the cat and why was the cat so important?
Well, I mean, seeing as though he's probably from a universe full of
Animals, so like who was the cat?
all of our favorite characters are just animals.
Yeah, so who was the cat? Who did he get?
And then, of course, my personal favorite Loki.
Mine too.
Classic Loki, played by the fantastic Richard E. Grant.
I was so excited to see him. And I was so excited to see him in like classic Loki
Attire.
garb. It was
the true
gorgeous.
classic
The whole
comic book
jumpsuit,
Loki.
spandex and all. I was hyped.
And overly outrageous helmet.
Yeah,
Even more
just-
outrageous than Hiddleston's.
It was just gorgeous. He did it so well.
Yeah.
Such
Yep, and he
gravitas.
had perspective of everything. With he got tired of doing all the tricks. He's like, this is what all of us Lokis do. We betray each other. Blah blah blah. While they're walking around.
And
It was nice to have a wizened Loki.
All he wanted was just
His brother.
he wanted friends.
yeah,
he wanted his brother.
yeah, he wanted to visit his
He didn't
brother.
want to be alone anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he faked his death and then he was going to go visit Thor, and that's when they called him.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you're supposed to be dead. How did you survive? Yep. Going to the TVA, you're about to be tethered.
Yep. He just wanted his brother, and I loved
He
Wisdom.
just wanted love, man.
And then
He just wanted connection.
then we get a very badass and heartbreaking moment with them at the end of the episode.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
He did so well.
The sacrifice.
Yeah.
Look at that enormous power, though. Like, I love it.
That's what Loki's gonna end up having.
Yep.
So wait, could there be a possibility that in the future we just see Tom Hiddleston grow up to be Richard E. Grant?
I mean, I can see it. They're both
Yeah.
Shakespearean actors.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and the fact that this man was almost the Doctor himself.
Exactly. It's just...
And he did get started in Doctor
Don't
Who.
get me started
Well,
on Tom
hey,
Hiddleston and
he-
doing Doctor Who.
Hey,
Don't get me dreaming.
He played the Shulka Doctor.
Yeah.
He was potentially before the War Doctor or before Eccleston,
Yeah.
but it's not canon. And then he becomes the Great Intelligence.
Yeah.
Let's not forget also the fantastic comedy spoof of Doctor Who
Yeah.
that was done for their Red Nose Day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
where
that's right.
He was the doctor that freaking licked his own reflection.
And also flirted with his companion
Yep.
that he was already engaged to.
So apparently Mr. Bean regenerates into him. Well, remember Rowan Atkinson regenerated and became him.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
And then
The Nerdverse.
hey, you gotta love it. And I guess we get into the biggie himself.
Yep.
The one who is in control of it all.
He Who Remains.
Or should we say, Nathaniel Richards. Played by Jonathan Majors.
Kang.
This man was fantastic. There's still not much we know about him other than the fact he's going to be a big problem in the future.
And Ant-Man 3.
Oh,
Not
real
just
quick,
Ant-Man 3, but just in general for the whole
Yeah.
MCU.
on another nerd side note, I was so excited to see two people from Lovecraft Country in Loki. So, Jonathan Majors and what's her name? Wumbi? Yeah.
Wumbi Maso.
Yeah. So they
Masoku.
were both in Lovecraft Country, which is an amazing show on on HBO Max that got canceled too soon. But I was just so excited that both of them got to be in the Marvel universe. I was just like, okay, kind of just a little bit mixed up for
Well,
it.
And apparently going to be fixtures
Continuing on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Kang is about to destroy some things.
yeah.
And the fact that,
we might see him in. See what he does in Loki season 2.
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope we don't have to wait that long. You said he's going to be in the new Spider-Man, though, right?
No.
Not Spider-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man.
Yeah,
both
Ant-Man
things.
and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Yeah, that's right.
Where
Excited.
I guess we're going to see even more of the timeline breaking because this man was literally in control of the timeline.
So, well,
He's the one who made it sacred.
Yes, because seen as though he's a freaking descendant of the smartest and at the same time dumbest man in all of the whole universe, Reed Richards. Yeah, even more of a threat than Tony Stark.
Yep.
He decides, oh, I'm going to go into other universes and timelines and meet myself.
Let's go exploring.
Yeah. And we go, at first we're all just chill bros. Oh, yeah, I like you. I like your hat. Nice nose. Yeah. And then you start running into the evil versions of yourself. And then you all have a freaking war against one another that starts breaking the timeline, causing incursions and all these other things until he, which I'm not even sure if he is the prime Nathaniel Richards.
I don't think he
It's
is.
just like, okay, I'm stopping all this.
He's just the one that won.
Sacred timeline. No messing anything up. Everything's fine. Anyone or anything that steps out of line will be tethered and removed, and everything will be as it is. Until he gets tired of it. And part of me thinks he was most likely talking to the Council of Kangs. Just like how Reed Richards has his own Council of Reeds. Yeah, there's a whole Council of Kangs. And I think this was him and all the other Kangs saying, let Sylvie break it. So then we can go and do whatever the hell we want in the timeline. Let's just make everything a possibility in the timeline. No more secret timeline. Let's everything branch out. Everything is canon.
I feel like Kang's story is a mirror of Loki's. And Loki's about to do the same thing that Kang's doing. That, like, they're just going to go off and... Mischief is going to happen.
But Kang at least has a direct endpoint of what he wants.
Exactly. He's methodical about it. Loki's just let's go.
He literally wants to take over the universe.
And we he does take over the TVA.
So does Loki. Loki also wants to rule.
He does take over the TVA fully.
Yeah, technically. Yeah.
Yeah, for his death.
He does have a universe.
Yeah.
But now he wants it all.
Mm-hmm.
He wants it all. It's just a matter of which version of him will try to succeed.
Yep.
And God knows I want to see the whole Council of Kangs. I just want to see a room of nothing but Jonathan Majors.
Looking all kinds of different ways. I agree.
We need this.
That would be wonderful to see.
Okay.
Some of them eating the apples.
Exactly. Some of them just chilling. Some of them just mad. And you know he's got like spaced out hair just all over the place. It's gonna be.
It would be them being blue, wearing their helmet.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
And
plus, when Loki ends up back at the TVA, we see a statue of him in the Kang attire.
Yep. That's why I said when Sylvie killed him at kind of one of the alternate realities where he rules.
Yeah.
One of them conquered.
And the fact that throughout the whole series, he was kind of teasing an inkling of what was going to end up happening, of him always saying, see you soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it was going to happen.
And
he gave him the choice of either take over or kill me, and we break the timeline.
Well, right now I think they're filming right now this summer. Right now, season 2.
Yeah.
So that means Loki season 2 comes out next year.
Oh, real quick, while we're still talking about Kang and just the multiverse as a whole, have you guys seen the video where the moment, like if you line up WandaVision season finale and the Loki season finale, and you play them like together, the moment that Wanda becomes Scarlet Witch, Kang takes a pause and he's like, something has shifted. I don't know what's going to happen.
We really
but that was amazing.
I told you
something's about to go down.
She's
everything.
She's either the chaotic neutral or the chaotic evil that is going to affect everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I mean, if you have looked at everything that she's done in the comics, we'll talk more about this. Mm-hmm. She's done some pretty heavy,
amazing
stuff.
Things. Definitely. She changed the comics with her power.
Let's talk about the good. The plot
the plot and premise itself was fantastic. Creative.
Yeah.
I never thought something like this could be done, but it
was gorgeous.
Yes.
It was visually just stunning. It was eye candy. Just the color schemes. It was beautifully shot.
All the acting was on point.
Costumes.
Still, I have to give Owen Wilson all the credit in the world. A whole career redeemed. Everyone was on point. I mean, I wanted more Miss Minutes.
Yes.
I love Tara Strong. I would risk it all for this one.
I'm telling you, she's going to be back, and she's going to be a problem.
Loki season 2.
It's going to be bad.
Well, hey, remember.
She's going to do it.
Well, remember, she's Harley Quinn.
She's scary.
She's Timmy Turner.
Iconic. They're not just going to let Tara Strong just be
Bubbles. There. She's hardcore.
As a bubble stand. Come on. Stop.
I mean, the idea is so many different versions of Loki, and we haven't even seen all of them.
Maybe we'll see Richard E. Grant again as another Loki.
Oh, I hope he comes back.
Hopefully.
Oh, I love that.
He actually talked about he wouldn't mind doing like a nice little side series of him and Alligator Loki.
That'd be cute.
I want that buddy cop series.
Like, you know, like how they used to make those little shorts when, like, we were in the early phases of Marvel. I want them to bring that back and just have like, a little buddy cop thing.
What, like Hail to the King?
Yeah.
Or what?
The little shorts.
Or what Chris Hemsworth has been doing with Thor when in between movies.
Yeah, in between movies. I would love that for them.
I would love it.
Yeah.
The fact that we finally get to see the timeline get broken and the idea of multiple timelines.
That was so satisfying when you just see that straight sacred timeline branch off and all these. I was so satisfied.
And in a weird way, this officially makes every property that has been ever made Marvel, whether it be television, whether it be movie, not made by MCU, or anything else, all of it is canon now.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying. I'm so excited.
Oh, dear Jesus.
They could be anything. Anything could be coming. I'm just.
Oh, dear Jesus.
They could integrate DC if they wanted to. Like, come on.
Well, there is a...
I know.
There is a whole
exactly.
team that is
so,
a
like, I would
parody
love
of the
to see
Justice
that.
League.
I would love to see it.
That would be the...
They could do it.
That could be the biggest coup
It could.
MCU could
Exactly.
ever do.
And I feel like they're holding on to that. They could do that. They've opened the floodgates. It's something that could happen down the line. And they could just be like, you want it? Here you go.
And get some of the actors themselves.
Exactly.
The cameos also.
Henry Cavill could finally get his biggest FU to Warner Brothers.
Exactly.
And I want it to happen.
Also,
have him become that parody of Superman and let him be James Bond. Suck it, Warner Brothers.
And then the cameos, like Jamie Alexander being back.
Oh, Lady Sif!
Yes.
I was so satisfied. I was so happy to see her come back.
And just see her just constantly just knee Loki in the groin. Because he was acting like a jerk.
Yep. That's what you do to your lifetime. Like, we've been friends since forever. I'm going to tell you about yourself. And she just did not care.
And also, it kind of happened, but it also didn't. We got to see Throg.
Yeah.
Frog of Thunder.
Yeah.
I missed that one. So he can tell you about that.
Yeah. Hopefully you can find the clip to show everyone. But as we're panning through all the debris in the void, we see a glass jar with a frog dressed like Thor trying to get out of the jar. Mm-hmm. Throg was supposed to have a bigger part in the show. He was supposed to be voiced by Chris Hemsworth, and we would have seen him wield his tiny hammer and utterly wreck stuff, only to end up getting eaten by Alligator Loki. And I wish we could have seen that. That better be in season 2. I want Throg, Frog of Thunder.
Yeah. The fight scenes were awesome.
Oh,
yes.
definitely.
Good lord.
The magic was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only issue I have with this show is the fact that it was too short.
Yeah.
Very short. I wish it were
Yeah,
longer.
6 episodes were not long enough.
God. Marvel and Disney, can you just stop with the whole 6-episode thing?
I mean,
Can you
it's
at least
basically
give
a
us
6-hour
9 to
movie.
10?
It's a 6-hour movie.
Can you at least just give us like 6 to 10 episodes? I understand you don't want to do 12 to 13 like how Netflix was doing with the Defenders, because sometimes
it lagged.
Yeah, it kind of lagged a bit. Just give us 9 to 10 episodes a season for all these shows.
I agree.
6 is just too short. And also, we better get more of a backstory on Morbius and Ravonna.
Yeah.
There is still so much about them.
We'll see season
do not
2.
know.
Hopefully season 2 we'll get more of that.
And we better get more more time with all the different Loki variants.
I agree.
Because
More Lokis.
I want to know how each one ended up getting erased from time.
Yeah,
I
see
want a
the
multiverse of
flashbacks.
madness
Yeah.
of Lokis.
And then the what?
Oh yeah, the big what? The self-cessed.
I don't hate it. Who's gonna love Loki like Loki loves Loki? I thought it was perfect. He and Sylvie together. Y'all go ahead. I didn't hate
But
it.
that is him literally falling in love with a version of himself.
And what's more Loki than that?
They share a mother, a father, a foster mother, a foster father, a brother, and a childhood. They are literally the same person.
Except for
But
two different experiences.
Exactly.
Sweet home Alabama.
I don't see it that way.
They are literally the same person.
I don't see it that way. I think
There is way too much Alabama in this.
Yes, most of the time, but like I don't see it that way. It's himself. That's not a problem. It's himself.
You can
I don't
just
care.
faster
He loved
forward it.
himself. Can't nobody love you like you love you. Cause who gonna love you like you love
that's
yourself?
still another sentient him.
Score, let's
But
get
I'm
to the
just saying
scores.
there wasn't a problem. I didn't see a problem.
Alright, let's get to the scores already.
Andrew first.
I'm giving this a 8 out of 10.
Alright.
I liked it a little bit better compared to WandaVision where they just messed us up with love stuff there. There was mainly because of this gave us more multiverse stuff that I actually wanted from WandaVision that I didn't get in this. And I still don't know how to feel about the Loki and Sylvie thing, but other than that, I thought it was a good show. And you...
I give it an 8 out of 10 as well. I loved it. It was very entertaining. It was visually stunning. I love the plot. I love Tom Hiddleston. What more could you ask from a Loki show? It was just beautiful.
I'm giving this an 8.5. This one surprised me because initially I was uncertain on what they were going to do with this show, and plus, unfortunately, I was inkling into the echo chamber of everyone saying, they're ruining everything. Oh, this sucked. Meh, meh, meh. But then I finally took like a whole day and just watched the whole series. And I was like, my God, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. This arguably is the best thing that the MCU has done with all their TV series, other than WandaVision, which I actually loved. So, and plus Falcon and Winter Soldier was good. We're going to review that at some point. This was fantastic.
Can't wait to see Bucky at the cookout.
I can't wait for season 2.
Okay.
Because I want to see more of what this is going to lead to.
I agree. What floodgates did he open?
Yep. Oh.
Did Sylvia?
Well, we recommend watching this on Disney Plus if you haven't. And then,
Yes.
And then also with us, find us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team. Find us on YouTube, The Real Screen Team. Where else?
Find us on Reddit and on Instagram.
Yep.
And you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok. I'm all over the place on social media. Follow Nyk Morris. All of my books are available on Amazon.
And then, before we go, we're down to the last Multiverse Disney Plus show. What If?
I love this show. I'm so excited. I've seen it so many times.
It's a fantastic show, but I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this.
We'll see. Want to roll us out?
Sure. Well, thanks for watching us. Definitely come back and watch us again. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It helps. Well, cut, print, that's a wrap.